In this video, we will discuss about exercise 8.1 question number 1 and 2. So, these questions are based on trigonometry ratios. We already discussed about the trigonometry ratios. We are having 6 trigonometry symbols, or we can say what? 6 trigonometry functions. What? Sin theta, cos theta, tangent theta, and reciprocal of these one will be what? Once we talk about cot theta, it is the reciprocal of tangent theta. 1 upon tangent theta will be what? Cot theta. Sec theta is the reciprocal of cos theta. Sec theta equal to 1 upon cos theta. And cosec theta is the reciprocal of sin theta. So, this is the one trick. Pandit Buddhi Prakash Hari Hari Bol. P2H is what? Sin theta. And what about the theta? Theta is a acute angle of reference. Clear? As angle of reference, we will consider perpendicular and base. Opposite of acute angle is what? Opposite side of acute angle is what? Perpendicular. And adjacent side of acute angle is what? Base. Clear? Then sin theta is what? P upon H. Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Cos theta is what? B upon H, base upon hypotenuse. And tangent theta is what? Perpendicular upon base. From numerator to denominator, we are having 3 trigonometry functions: sin theta, cos theta, tangent theta. And reciprocal of these. Once we reciprocal of sin theta, we are getting cosec theta. P upon S2, H upon P is what? Cosec theta. Clear? Hypotenuse upon perpendicular. What about the sec theta? H upon B. Hypotenuse. What is the cosec theta? Cosec theta is H upon P. Hypotenuse upon perpendicular is what? Cosec theta. Sec theta is 1 upon cos theta, and this is what? Its reciprocal, H upon B. Hypotenuse upon base. And cot theta is what? Base upon perpendicular. It is the reciprocal of tangent theta. Clear? So, in these questions, we want these trigonometry ratios. So, finding of these, one right angle is required. Finding of these, we are having one right angled triangle or right triangle. So, right angled triangle, one angle is 90 degree. If we are in the right angled triangle, if we are having 2 sides, then how we will find the third side? If in the right triangle, we are having 2 sides. 2 sides are given. We want a third side. In the triangle, we are having 3 sides. We are considering right triangle. In the right triangle, we are having 2 sides. Then remaining third side, how we will calculate? By using Pythagoras theorem. By using Pythagoras theorem, we can find third side if we are having 2 sides. So, this is the 90 degree. So, it is the right angle, and this is the acute angle. And opposite of acute angle, what is the side? Perpendicular. And adjacent side is what? Base. This is the acute angle. B. We can not B. This is the A. Angle A, I am considering theta, and it is the angle of reference. And angle of reference is very important for deciding of the sides. So, opposite of this is what? Perpendicular. And its adjacent is what? Base. Clear? So, first observe what is the angle of reference. What is the acute angle want. Then, go further to find the ratios. Clear? Now, 2 sides. This is the base, and this is the perpendicular. 2 sides we are having. but we don't know the hypotenuse. Then hypotenuse how we will find? So Pythagoras theorem gives the relationship between these three sides. Gives a relationship between perpendicular base and hypotenuse. What is this one? Hypotenuse square equal to base square plus perpendicular square. What? H square equal to b square plus p square. Any two sides we are having. Any two sides. Put these values there, solve for unknown. Then we can find unknown value. If we are having two sides p and b, put both values there and solve, we are getting what? H. If we are having h and b, put both values there, solve for p, we can find the p. Clear? This is the process of finding of remaining side if we are having two sides. So now I am going to start exercise 8.1. In the 8.1, questions are based on trigonometry ratio. What is the first question I am taking? In triangle ABC, one triangle in the trigonometry is what? Gives a relationship in which we study the relationship between sides and angles of a triangle. So triangle will be there. So one triangle is there. And what sort of the triangle? Right angled, 8B. Triangle ABC we are having, and its one angle is 90 degree. And what angle is 90 degree? B1 is the 90 degree. So we draw right angle. B is having 90 degree. Solution of question 1 I am taking. So what will be its solution? In which we are having one triangle and its B1 is what? 90 degree. This is what? This is a right triangle. Its one angle is what? 90 degree. I am taking this one is the 90 degree, and name of this angle is what? Right angled 8B. It is right angled 8B. This one will be what? B. This point will be what? B. Now what is the name of this triangle? It is ABC. So we can put A there, ABC. We can also draw this diagram like given B is the 90 degree, no problem, but we can put A there. Now A, B, and this will be what? C. We can do like this. Clear? Observe carefully. In the question we want what? One right triangle and its B is the 90 degree. So what I am taking B as a 90 degree. And what is the name of the triangle? ABC. This is also what? ABC. We can change both. It is not given in the question. Only B1 is what? 90 degree. This is given in the question. Now AB is 24. What is this? Next parameter we are having AB is 24. This is the AB and it is what? 24 centimeter. Now in which this one is what? 24 centimeter. Clear? Getting or not? Two positions we are having, 24 centimeter. And BC is 7 centimeter. BC is 7 centimeter. BC is 7 centimeter. It means as per given data we are having base and perpendicular. We want what? Third remaining side, that is the hypotenuse. So using Pythagoras theorem, what we want? Third side. So we will use this theorem, Pythagoras. Pythagoras is the name of a scientist given a theorem, and we will use this one to find third side. So how we will find? From Pythagoras theorem, what is this theorem? Hypotenuse square. This is what? This is base. This is hypotenuse. In opposite of 90 degree, what side we are having? Hypotenuse. And We will consider later acute angle. Clear? Now this is the hypotenuse. It is fixed. In opposite of 90 degree, whatever side we are having, that is called what? Hypotenuse. So from Pythagoras theorem, what is the theorem? H square equal to hypotenuse square equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Clear? Now this is the hypotenuse, remaining will be what? Base and perpendicular. If we are having this angle, A is a acute angle, this will be perpendicular and this will be what? Base. So first our task is what? We are having two sides, we want remaining side. So now I am considering this is as a base, this is base and this is perpendicular. Clear? I am considering, wait, when acute angle given, then we will solve other way. Now I am considering this is as a acute angle of reference, then its opposite will be perpendicular and it is what? Base. Put both values in given theorem, then what will be? H square will be what? Base is 24 square plus perpendicular is what? 7 square. Solve this one. H square equal to 24 square, 24 into 24, this is 576. 24 square will be what? 576. Once we multiply 24 into 24, what we are getting? This one. And 7 square is what? 49. Add both, what we are getting? H square will be 9 plus 6 is what? 15. 1 is remaining. 7 plus 1, 8, 8 plus 4, 12. 1 is remaining, 5 plus 1, 6. 625. Are you getting or not? What we are doing? We want this third side. Given data, we put both there, but in the right triangle or triangle what? We are having three sides. So we want remaining triangle. So in the right triangle, once we are having two sides, third side we can find by using Pythagoras theorem. Clear? So we are using this one. So solve this one. H will be, this is a square, so we can use a square root there. When we remove this square, there in the right hand will be what? Square root of number 625. And we know well square root of 625 is what? H equal to 25 centimeter. It means we obtained what? Hypotenuse. Two sides. Observe, in the right triangle ABC, right angle at B, okay, AB given, BC given, determine, we will discuss later, but AB and BC, two sides of a right triangle we are having. One side is remaining. How we are finding one side? From the Pythagoras theorem. Clear? This is the remaining side. If we are observing, this is the 90 degree, B is a 90 degree, this is A is an acute angle, then this will be perpendicular and its adjacent side will be its adjacent is what? This is the base. Then by using Pythagoras theorem, H square equal to B square plus P square, put these values and solve, then we are getting hypotenuse will be what? 25 centimeter. It may, in this way we obtained all sides. Now what is the question? Determine sine A cos A. Easy question. We want sine A cos A. Observe in both diagram. Observe in the starting we draw what? Two diagrams, two right angles. Once only in the question this is given, B is a 90 degree. Right angle at B, right angle means 90 degree. So B is a 90 degree, we can put A there and there. Then we are getting diagram like this. In both cases, what is happening? This hypotenuse will be what? This one. In both cases, we will find hypotenuse how? Like this. Same, this is having 25 hypotenuse. This one is also having what? 25 hypotenuse. Clear? Now, what we want? Now, first question I am taking. Its first one is what? Determine sine A cos A. Sine A and cos A. Two questions are there. First I am taking sin A. Sin A I am writing both sin A cos A. Only two trigonometry functions we want. Observe, so simple question, not hard. We are having 6 trigonometry functions, 6 ratios we are having. We know well. Sin theta, cos theta, tangent theta, cosec theta, sec theta and cot theta. Out of these we want only two, sin A and cos A. And A is what? A is what? Reference angle, angle of reference or acute angle. So we will consider A as a reference angle. So in this diagram, once we consider A as a reference or acute angle, this will be what? Acute angle. Then it's this is the angle A. Already mentioned this is what? A, and this is what? Acute angle. Clear? So its opposite will be what? This will be what? Perpendicular, and this will be what? Base. No doubt. Opposite of acute angle, this angle is showing what? Acute angle, and its opposite is what? Perpendicular, and its adjacent is what? Base. Now we know well sin theta is what? Sin theta, sin A. Now there theta is what? A we are considering as a acute angle. Clear? Its opposite will be perpendicular, its adjacent will be what? Base. Getting or not? So sin A will be what? Its ratio is sin theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Write like this, perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Now what about the perpendicular? In this diagram, observe carefully. In this diagram, what is the perpendicular? When we consider this as an acute angle, given, we are not considering, it is given in the question. A is what? Acute angle. It means we can draw right angle this way and this way. In both way, we can find the value of sin A and cos A, and answer will be same. How? We are checking. Sin A equal to P upon H. Now opposite of A is perpendicular. So what is the value of P? 7 centimeter. Divided of hypotenuse is what? And it is, we observed, 25 centimeter. So put 7 upon 25 is the ratio of sin A. Clear? So in this way we obtained one trigonometry function sin A, and its acute angle is A. Then how we are getting values? This is the answer. But someone drawn this diagram, then how they are considering? Observe. First I am taking cos A also for this one. Cos A is what? What is the formula of cos A? Cos theta, A is the acute angle, then cos theta is what? Base upon hypotenuse. For this diagram, what is the base? It's A. Its adjacent side is this one. This is the base, and its perpendicular is this one, and its remaining this side is what? Hypotenuse. So base is what? 24. Base is 24. Divided of what? Divided of hypotenuse is the same, 25. So this is answer for both. We are having two trigonometry functions, sin A, cos A. We want the result. So how we will find? By using trigonometry ratios, we can solve easily. Yes or no? So this is the answer. But for this diagram, because in the question only given B is a right angle. What? Right angled at B. So B is this one. In both B will be what? 90 degree. But someone putting A there and someone putting A there. We can put. It depends person to person. So someone are putting A there, then this will be acute angle, and its perpendicular will be this one. Its opposite side is perpendicular, and its base is, its adjacent side is base. Then we are getting sin A cos A like this. Now in this figure, what will be the answer? Answer will be the same. Ratios will be the same, no doubt. But acute angle is going to be changed. Now in which this one is what? A is acute angle, this is acute angle, and opposite of this one is what? This one. This is the perpendicular. Observe carefully. Answer will be unordered. Same answer we are getting. This is acute angle A. This is what? A. A is what? Acute angle. Angle of reference. In this diagram, this is acute angle. Its opposite side. This one is the perpendicular and this one is base. Now in this one, we are putting A on there. And its opposite side will be this one. So it will be perpendicular and its adjacent is this one. So it will be what? Base, and remaining is what? Hypotenuse. Observe carefully. Easy. Now then we want to sin A. What is the sin A? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. In this diagram, what is the perpendicular? Perpendicular is this one, 7. And what about the base? Base is not base, hypotenuse. Perpendicular is what? Opposite of this one, 7. What is the hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is this one, 25 centimeter. So hypotenuse is 25 centimeter. So same in both cases, we are having same answer. Now cos A. Cos A is what? Base upon hypotenuse. For this case, what is the base? Its adjacent. This is the angle of reference. So its adjacent is base. Base is 24. Base is 24. Hypotenuse is 24. In both diagrams, we are getting, in both ways, we are getting the same answer. Are you getting or not? What we are doing? In the question, so simple question, we are having one right triangle. B is the 90 degree. In the right triangle, B is the 90 degree and remaining 2 we can write like this. Then we already studied what? Acute angle is the reference angle and opposite this one will be perpendicular and its adjacent. These lines are very important. Acute angle or angle of reference, opposite side will be perpendicular. Once we are, this is acute angle for this question. So for this one, this will be perpendicular and this will be base. And once we consider A as, then this will be acute angle, its opposite will be perpendicular and its adjacent will be base. In both cases, we are getting the same answer. Clear? Now its second one. Second one is what? Second one is sin C, cos C. Now angle of reference is changed. In first one we are having angle of reference is what? A. But in the second one we are having angle of reference is C. Angle of reference is changed. Then how we will find? Angle of reference is changed. It means this angle of reference is going to be changed. And now angle of reference is what? C1. This is angle of reference. Clear? C is the angle of reference. So then base and perpendicular sides will be changed. How? Opposite of this is what? Perpendicular. And its adjacent is what? Base. Clear? In which also changed what? We are considering C as a acute angle. It is given, it is showing sin C. Sin C is what? Symbol. Sin and C are not in the product form. Sin C is what? Symbol. They all are. Trigonometry ratios is 6, all are what? Symbols. So this is showing what? Acute angle, angle of reference. So now in first one we are having acute angle A, but in this we are having acute angle C. So how we will solve? We are considering acute angle C. So in which this will be what? Acute angle. Its opposite is this one. It means this one will be perpendicular. Its adjacent is this one. It means this is what? Base. And this will be what? Hypotenuse. Remaining will be hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is what? Opposite of 90 degree. Opposite of 90 degree is what? Hypotenuse. Observe. Now by using ratios we can find the answer. Easy. Sin C. Sin C is what? Sin theta is what? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. I am writing perpendicular upon hypotenuse. What is the perpendicular? For this diagram, when we consider C as a acute angle, reference angle, then its perpendicular is this one. It means its answer is 24. Hypotenuse is what? 25. This is the sin C value. And what about the cos C value? Cos C will be what? base upon hypotenuse. Yes or no? Simple. We are having tricks also. If you are getting problem in which you use this trick, sin theta is P upon H, cos theta is B upon H, and tangent theta is what? P upon B. And remaining three are reciprocal of these. Clear? Observe. Cos is base upon hypotenuse. For this diagram, what is the base? 7. 7 is base. We are considering C as acute angle. Its adjacent side will be the base, and hypotenuse is what? 25. Hypotenuse will be the same. Clear? Now we want to check solution of both for this diagram. This diagram we want to check. Yes. How we will check? Sin C. Sin C is what? P upon H. For this diagram, C is acute angle. Its opposite is base, and its adjacent is its opposite is perpendicular, and its adjacent is what? Base. So P upon H. For this diagram, P is 24, H is 25. Clear? Cos C base upon hypotenuse. For base is 7 and hypotenuse is 25. It means once we draw these diagrams by this question, for this question we are getting the same solution. In the question only we are having right angle at B, then we can take A there or there. It depends person to person, but answer will be unordered. We will get the same answer in both cases. So this is the solution of this question. Simple question. Two sides are given in the question. We can find third side in the right triangle by using Pythagoras theorem. Then we are having ratio formulas. We use this formula and put the values of these sides, perpendicular, base and hypotenuse. And second one thing is that what we should know how we decide the perpendicular and base. Hypotenuse is the opposite of 90 degree, no problem, but for the deciding of perpendicular and base we should know how we will decide. It depends on acute angle, angle of reference. This what is given there, we observe this one and accordingly we will decide perpendicular and base sides. Clear? Now I am taking next one, question number second one. It is also easy one. We will follow same process because it is linked to trigonometry ratios. So how we will solve? Observe carefully. Question number second one. One diagram is given, one figure it is having. I am drawing again that figure. One right angle we are having. This is the right angle and name is what? Triangle. Right angle triangle is what? PQR. And it is given in the question Q is what? 90 degree. Same diagram I am drawing there. Some sides are given. PQ is 12 centimeter. PQ is 12 centimeter and PR is 13 centimeter. Two sides of this right triangle is given us 90 degrees at Q. We want what? We want tangent P minus cot R value. We will solve this one, but first we should know tangent P and cot R. Tangent P, listen carefully, tangent P and cot R, in which also we are having different, both are in P as a, in tangent P we are having P as a acute angle, cot R as a acute angle, angle of reference. We already studied how we will find the ratio. Tangent theta and cot theta formula is what? Tangent theta is P upon B and its reciprocal B upon P will be cot theta. Now theta is having one time P and other in the other we are having R, and we can observe how we will find the perpendicular and base. Clear? So first our task, we are having only two sides. We will write these ratios. How? Once we are having all sides. So we want this one. So how we will find? From Pythagoras, again from Pythagoras theorem. What is the Pythagoras theorem? Observe, Pythagoras theorem is what? this is the, I am assuming this is as a acute angle, then its opposite will be perpendicular and its adjacent will be what? Base, and it will be what? Hypotenuse. So what is the Pythagoras theorem? Hypotenuse square equal to base square plus perpendicular square. Put these values in the given theorem. Hypotenuse is what? 13 square, base we want, and perpendicular is 12 square. 13 square is what? 169. 13 into 13, 169, equal to base square plus 12 square is what? 12 into 12 is what? 144. Now solve this one. 169 minus 144 will be equal to b square. Now subtract this one. 9 minus 4 will be 5, 6 minus 4 will be 2, and 1 minus 1 will be 0. When we subtract, what we are getting? 25 equal to b square. Now change right to left or left to right, so we can write b square equal to 25, and b will be what? Its square root. Then its value will be what? Base equal to 5 centimeter. Square root of 25 is what? 5. So 5 centimeter we are having base. Once we are consider acute angle R, then its base is what? This one. Now in this we are having chord R. Once base is this one, observe, we find all sides, perpendicular, base and hypotenuse, all sides we obtained. Now we want the solution of this one. So first I am taking tangent P. Tangent P is what? For tangent P, listen, tangent P, what is this value? Its value, base is what? 5 centimeter. Now tangent P means this will be tangent P, this will be what? Acute angle. Tangent P means this one will be what? Acute angle, and its opposite side will be perpendicular, and its adjacent will be what? Base. Clear? So once we consider, now what is the value of this one? This is having, once we solved, we are getting the value of this one is what? 5 centimeter. This is the 5 centimeter. After solving we are getting this one. In the question we are having both. By using Pythagoras we applying and we solving, then we are getting this one is what? 5 centimeter. Now tangent P will be what? What is the its ratio formula? Tangent P is perpendicular upon base. Clear? Tangent P is what? Tangent theta is perpendicular upon base. This is as a reference, angle of reference we are taking. It means its opposite side will be perpendicular and its adjacent side will be base. So tangent P can be what? P is what? 5 and its base is what? 12. This is the tangent P. Now chord R. Chord R. Observe carefully. Again I am revising. What we want? We want the value of tangent P minus chord R. So first we want value of tangent P, chord R. In the question we are having two sides. We want remaining side. So this is 90 degree at Q. Once we take this R as a acute angle, then this will be perpendicular and this will be base. Then we are putting the values and solving, then we are getting base equal to 5 centimeter for R acute angle. Clear? But acute angle is changing, not this one, this one. Acute angle is not R. P is in the tangent P. P will be what? Acute angle. Then its opposite side, what we obtained 5 centimeter. This will be what? In this solution we are having base equal to 5 centimeter. Why? We considered R as a acute angle, but tangent P equal to P upon B, that's okay. So P will be what? Acute angle of reference. Then this base is going to be changed where? Perpendicular. It will be perpendicular and its adjacent will be base. Now once we take this one as a what angle of reference R. Why quote R? In which angle of reference is R? It means its opposite will be what? Its opposite will be perpendicular and its adjacent will be base, like this, in which we considered already. So acute angle is R, then quote R equal to what? Reciprocal of tangent. Reciprocal of this one will be what? Base upon perpendicular. Put the values in the quote R reference, then its base is what? Its base is this one, 5 centimeter. And what about its perpendicular? For this one, its perpendicular is this one, 12. Clear? So tangent P is having 5 upon 12 and quote R is having 5 upon 12. Both times we are getting same value. But we want the value of tangent P minus quote R. Put these values there. 5 upon 12 minus 5 upon 12. Once we solve, we are getting the 0. We subtract both same values, so answer will be what? 0. Observe what we are doing in this question. So simple question. Question number 2, exercise 8.1 we are having in this class. Question 1 we completed. Also explain question number 2. What we are doing in these question. In the question number 2, one diagram is given. Q is 90 degree and two sides, this one and this one is given. Once this is a acute angle, then this will be perpendicular and this will be what? Hypotenuse, and this will be base. Then finding of this side base, we use Pythagoras theorem. This one, put these values, given values, hypotenuse and perpendicular, we are having this as acute angle. Then base will be 5 centimeter. By using Pythagoras, it is applied for right triangle now. So we obtain this one. Now we are having tangent P and quote R, two ratios. We want the values of these two trigonometry functions, in which tangent P we will consider P as a acute angle. This is the 5. We obtained all sides. This is the 5. This is 12. This is 13. Now we are considering this is a what? This is a acute angle. Then its opposite, this will be perpendicular, and its adjacent, this will be base. Then we are having tangent theta equal to P upon B. As per, we will put the values. We are getting this one. This one. Tangent P equal to 5 upon 12. And quote R. Quote R is what? Then we will use different sides. R is acute angle. Then its perpendicular is this one. And its adjacent, this will be what? Base. Then we are getting this value. We want this one, put this value there, we are getting 0. So in these questions, we want the trigonometry ratios. We are having 6 trigonometry ratios: sin theta, cos theta, tangent theta, and reciprocal of these will be what? Cosec theta, sec theta, and cot theta. Clearly, if you are having problem, you can use this trick. Pandit Buddhi Prakash. What? Pandit Buddhi Prakash Hari Bol. You can use this one in a starting. After practice you do, then no necessary to memorize this one. Directly you can memorize sin theta is the P upon H, cos theta is the B upon H. Automatically you can write. So these is linked to what? Trigonometry. It is the new for 10th standard. It means trigonometry is a starting from the 10th class. After this class, you will learn more about the trigonometry. So in this standard, we are having only basic introduction of the trigonometry. In this, we are having 3 exercises. We started 8.1. We will finish this one, then we will go for 8.2 and 8.3. In which, in this exercise 8.1, we are having these types of the questions. Ratios we want. In the 8.2, we want the values, some values of what? Trigonometry function at some angles, 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. We are having one table, easily we can memorize that one also. And in the 8.3, we are having three trigonometry identities. Using these identities, we will solve some questions. So that's all about this class. Thank you so much.